Somalians. Oh my God. Somalians. I'm so excited for you guys. Proximity to whiteness is not white. You know, proximity to whiteness. Oh, I have a white friends. Oh, instead of me to vote for a black person as a Somalian, I would prefer to trash my vote, burn it down, flush it down. Those are the words that were coming from the mouth of Somalian during the campaign and so on and so forth. Because they felt like they've gotten a home in Minnesota. And nothing can literally be taken away from them. Forgetting that the person that they were actually going to cast their vote on is going to show them Pepe. I was so excited to see the orange man look into Somalians' face, eyeball to eyeball, and tell them that this is who you are. You know, one thing I love about the orange man is the fact that he's not scared of anybody. Anybody, if you like, be the one to put him on that seat. He will still look into your face. And it is now more exciting to see the vice president come and be like, yeah, that's true. My president is saying exactly what it is. And Somalians are now crying. In fact, the Somalian leader, I don't even want to pronounce her name right, she literally said that she might actually live longer in America than the orange man. Allegedly, but I saw that video, but allegedly. Anyways, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. With that being said, let's watch exactly how everything is turning out to be. And I will be back with commentaries.
Congresswoman, thank you for being with us. The president attacked you personally yesterday, and I want to play more of what he said.
Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain.
Congresswoman, how do you respond to that?
Well, thank you, Anna, for having me. I would say the president's obsession with me and the Somali community is really unhealthy. It's creepy. And I hope that he gets the help that he needs. It sounds like he is trying to deflect from the failures that he's had as president. His immigration rates are not going in the way that he's expected. We know that the tariffs are not working to make life affordable for Americans. We know that he is afraid of what is in the Epstein files as he's fought to be the head of the pedophile protection party. And we know that right now he is being investigated for war crimes that he might have committed when he ordered what seems to be illegal attacks against boats in the Caribbean.
Somali leaders endorsed Donald Trump during the election, and now he wants to deport them. So if you don't remember, during the election, Somali leaders in Minnesota did a press conference where they publicly endorsed Donald Trump. Now, fast forward to recently, Donald Trump is, doing his press conference on the news, and he's saying that he wants Somali people gone. He says that he does not like them. He says that, I guess, the areas that they live in are poverty-stricken, and, they're not good people, and that's why they don't even want to live in their own country, and he knows that it's not politically correct to say that, but he don't like them, and he wants them gone. There's a lot of immigrants that are learning the hard way that, your proximity to whiteness means nothing. There's a reason why a lot of black people don't care to be, in white spaces. They don't care to bootleg or none of that. There's a reason, because at the end of the day, whether you believe that you're black or not, I'm not black, I'm Somali, they don't care. So now these leaders have gotten on, national television, told their community to vote for this man, their community that probably trusts them, and that same man is talking down on them as people, talking down on their country, and wants them gone. To no surprise. To no surprise. And then you have Somalis now tweeting, that Black Americans think it's funny. They're not worried about, what's happening to Somalis when, this is just going to intensify racial profiling and they're now going to be racially profiled. I'm so sorry. Somali people, yeah, some of y'all are beautiful. But there's no way in hell you're going to look at me and tell me that I look like I'm from Somali. You know that I don't look like, I look like an African American. I'm not getting racially profiled as somebody from Somali. I'm so sorry. They have very distinct features and it does not align with what I look like. So no, I am not worried. And I feel bad for the ones who were not naive and not dumb, but this is something that you have to take up with your community, not mine.
Yo, Trump is right. Somalia is the worst country on the planet. I know this on a deeper level because I'm from Kenya, and I know what they do. I know what Al-Shabaab does. And in the comments, I can already predict they're going to say Jareer, they're going to say all these other hidden insults, but it doesn't matter. Your country is cooked. You should get absorbed by Ethiopia and Kenya. We shall take your land and split it in half for ourselves. Somalia is the worst country on earth.
2 days ago, Trump called the Somali people garbage. He also referred to Ilhan Omar as garbage as well. We're going to talk about what that means. Trump wasn't just being racist. He was changing the narrative. He was being politically strategic in what he aims to do, and here's how. If I can change how people talk about you, I can change how people see you. By using the word garbage, he plants a seed in the narrative of how people think about Somali people. These people do not belong. These people are not valuable. These people are the problem. Once he controls the narrative, he controls the actions that come after. The word garbage is designed to hit your nervous system first. It activates superiority in some people. It activates fear and danger in the population that's being targeted, the Somali people. It'll activate numbness in people who are bystanding. A dysregulated population, meaning a population whose nervous system has been activated in this way, is easy to manipulate. Now we hear the word garbage and we internalize that word in very different ways. Some people are going to feel justified in mistreating the Somali people. Some people are going to start believing that the policies to ban these people are justified without proof. Some are just going to repeat the language. Some are going to distance themselves socially. Some people are going to distrust their Somali friends and co-workers, people in their community. Some people are going to be scared to speak up and say this is completely abhorrent and horrific. And this is the beginning of collective behavior change towards a group. Now, he doesn't need everyone to go out there and harm Somalis. He needs enough people to be quiet and calm about it, not urgent about it, and kind of in that state of numbness for the system to hype up its harm of the Somali people. I want you to hear me because this is the most critical part of all of this. Now, when he uses the word garbage, he's actually collapsing the public's ability to see the Somali people or to imagine them as fully human. Once people stop imagining the Somali people as fully human, they stop seeing them as parents. They stop seeing them as neighbors. They stop seeing them as teachers. They stop seeing them as community members. They stop seeing them as activists. And they just start to see them as the caricature that has been painted in their brain about them. When we say people are dehumanized, this is what we refer to, the collapse of imagination. Instead, the category by which we see these people flattens. When imagination collapses, empathy goes out the window with it. And that is what makes harm acceptable over time. A collapsed imagination will allow for harsher immigration laws, for a hike in deportations, reduced public backlash, surveillance, increase of it, and political justification for discrimination. It is a tale as old as time. You take Somali people and you implement or put a different group of people who have been equally oppressed, and it always starts like this. I'm going to recap because I want you to remember this, because it's going to happen again, and it's going to be a different group of people. He used one violent word to create a narrative, to control the story. That word shocks the body at different levels and in different ways, depending on where you sit and how you see the world. This then shrinks our collective imagination about the group of people. And then that makes harm look like common sense. This is urgent, and it matters.
Donald Trump, what he said has to be the biggest eye opener for all of the Somali expats living in the West. Put things into perspective. I'm a Somali, British born Somali. Grew up in the UK, London to be precise, and I moved to Hargeisa about a year and a half ago. And it was the best decision I've ever made because I've been living here. I'm stress free. I go about my day. No one says anything to me. This is my country, right? At the end of the day, this is my country. And this is the thing about us immigrants. We get caught up in building other people's countries. If I was an American, I would be straight away thinking about how to get back to Somalia, Somaliland, wherever you come from. Why? Because how are you contributing to a country that sees you that badly? And by the way, Donald Trump is the only one who's actually vocal about it. There's others that think the same thing. That's why I say the least that you can do is build up your own country. And I'm not saying go into politics. You're contributing to your country just by living there. I would just advise my Somali American brothers and sisters, especially those living in Minnesota. Invest in your own land, invest in your own country. Don't waste your efforts on pleasing another man and another country.
Calling Somalia a trash country doesn't make it true. Every nation has challenges, including US. But Somalis are strong, united, and hopeful. But respect is a choice, and we choose dignity. We are proud, strong, and full of hope. Your words do not define us.
Maybe this is expected from Trump, and I would like to tell y'all this is not just about Somalis. He had been referring to the whole East Africa, and it's sort of a global foreign policy disguised as an insult. Western countries have, mastered a very old strategy: devalue the people, covet their resources, control the narrative, and it works every time. Now, we can also acknowledge, yes, some immigrants do bring challenge. Sometimes there are, problems, and yes, not every story is perfect. But why do we have to generalize an entire group or an entire community as if they're all the same? When one African makes a mistake, the West says, especially in their country, see, they're all the same. They're all like that. When one Westerner steals an entire continent, they say that was history.
Breaking news, Somalia has responded on Trump remarks. So this is after Trump called Somalia garbage, that they are stinky, that they need to go back to their own country. He continued saying that Somalia, they don't contribute anything in USA. They just stay there and make the country worse. He said that there is a reason why Somalia is like that and the reason why they are running away from their own country, and he don't want them. So Somalia has responded, and they're saying that people, they are making big deal out of this, that this is Trump. Trump has insulted different countries in Africa, like South Africa, Nigeria. This is not a big deal, and we are not going to make a big deal out of this. Can you imagine this? After being called garbage, and you are okay with this. So Somalia, they say that they are okay with that, and they are not going to make a big deal out of it. Somalia, they have been blocked from USA. They cannot apply for a visa or even a green card. USA, they don't want Somalia anymore. So it seems like Somalia, they are going to go back to Kenya. So there is a lot of Somalians in Kenya, and they are welcome in Kenya. But they have to change because they've been doing a lot of different things, very bad things in Kenya, but they are all welcome in Kenya.
Hey everyone, earlier this week the president criticized Somali immigrants, saying they contribute nothing, and he called them garbage. So today I spoke with a Somali immigrant here in Lewiston, and she says that she likes the president. She voted for him in this past election, but she is upset about his recent comments. She says Somali people are good people and they're hardworking.
We like him. We respect him because he is president of America. We have to respect him. We follow the rule. But we don't like when he say Somali people is trash. We don't like it. We are good people.
But Trump, we voted for him. My kids voted for him. We love him. He is not filtered. He is good. What he's saying is true. We love it. But what he's saying about us is very sad and devastated.
Why did you vote for him originally?
He was saying he's gonna stop the fight for Palestine. He's gonna change every Muslim, whatever they have problem. But what I see is just disappointed. That's it.
Somali are good people. They hard work people. They honest, but can be some no good. But they are most is good. They work.
We came here to better place to change our kids a better life. not to be like hearing bad thing about us. That's sad.
Trump just stood in the cabinet room and called Minnesota's Somali community garbage. He said their country stinks and announced ICE is launching huge raids in the Twin Cities starting this week. He's using a food aid fraud case involving about 50 people to justify targeting over 80,000 Somalis, most of them U.S. citizens or legal residents, while freezing all new applications from Somalia and reviving parts of the old Muslim travel ban. Families are terrified. Ilhan Omar is fighting back and federal workers are being told to stand by. Here's the exact clip and the statements. Watch and decide for yourself.
Somalia, which is barely a country, you know, they have no anything. They just run around killing each other. We're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is garbage. She's garbage. Her friends are garbage. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain.
Comment 1 if you think this is wrong. 2 if you think it's justified. Hit follow on Raw Report so you never miss when they drop the next bombshell like this, as it's happening every single day now. Share this video right now so more people see what's actually going down.
My Somali students are not a problem. Racism is a problem. And my Somali friends are not a problem. Islamophobia is a problem. My Somali neighbors are not a problem. The intersection of white supremacy and capitalism is a problem. The president's rhetoric about Somali people is false, disgusting, divisive, racist, Islamophobic. The list goes on and on. The point of these raids in Minneapolis is to harass and terrorize Black people and Muslim people. That's it. That's the entire point, right? There is no reason to be going after the entire Somali community. It has to be about Ilhan Omar. I think it has to be, because she's effective, she's genuine, she has the support and love of her constituents, and the Trump regime just can't stand that. Never mind the fact that she's never taken a cent of Israeli money, and that she was an adamantly against the genocide in Palestine from the very beginning.
Ilhan Omar, she needs to be expelled from the House of Representatives. She needs to be denaturalized, and she needs to be deported. Let's talk about it. This woman is so vengeful, hateful, and bitter at America. I don't even know why she's here. America saved her from a life of hell over there in Somali, and she has the audacity to talk shit about America. Everything this woman says is hateful towards America, the greatest land in the planet that allowed her to reach one of the highest ranks. Have you heard her say anything positive about America? And then she gets up there and she's speaking to her Somali people in her Somali language. Get the hell out of here, Ilhan Omar. And I think President Trump and his administration, while in office right now, they should come out with the Big Beautiful Bill 2.0 and include in their new rules and regulations. You need to be a U.S.-born citizen to even hold positions of power in Congress. I don't care about all that naturalization and that green card stuff. Ilhan Omar, you need to get the hell out of here.
You know, I'm sure that many Somalis would like to go back to where they came from and fix it. But the decades of civil war and then severe drought followed by devastating floods have led to 3.8 million displaced people in Somalia and 6.7 million who are unable to meet their basic food needs. Somalis came here trying to survive, and a man who grew up with a silver spoon in his mouth and lives in a gilded mansion called them garbage. A xenophobic rant today wasn't from your racist Aunt Marge, it was from the president, again. The very first step towards violently persecuting a minority is language just like that, because it eliminates the moral barriers that someone has towards how they treat a fellow human being. Except this time Trump's gotten one worse than calling them animals or subhuman. He's literally called them something that gets thrown away in the trash. I don't really know how to explain to you if you don't already understand how cruel, inhumane, and dangerous the rhetoric is that's being spewed by the President of the United States, except to say that this is the same kind of dehumanizing language that was used in Germany, Cambodia, Bosnia, and Rwanda.
Trump calls Somalis garbage. Vice President J.D. Vance banged the table in encouragement. You're damn right, they're garbage. Like, alright guys, if Somalia is just a piece of garbage, why do you keep using my tax money to drop bombs on them? For people who think that Somalia is worthless, you guys sure do spend a lot of time and energy drone striking them.
I don't want them in our country. Their country is no good for a reason.
Yeah, maybe one of those reasons is that you keep dropping bombs on them, you idiot. President Trump, let me ask you a question. Do you think that bombing Somalia causes more people to stay there or to flee? I know this is a difficult concept for you to understand, but if you bomb people's homes, then that makes them more likely to leave their homes. Then they come to America where you scapegoat them for all of our problems that are actually being caused by our corrupt government and your Wall Street buddies. You can blame it on Somalis all you want, but you guys are the ones running our country straight into the ground.
These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain.
You say that all the Somalis do is bitch and complain, but what are you doing here? You're running the government, but you can't do shit for working class people, which is why your popularity rankings are tanking, and then you try to blame it on Somalis or Muslims or whatever. People like Donald Trump need to be deported.
Trump said, what about Somalians? Roll a clip.
What do the Somalians have to do with this Afghan guy who shot the national?
Nothing, but Somalians have caused a lot of trouble. They're ripping us off for a lot of money. There's a tremendous amount of money going back to Somalia. What the hell are we paying money to Somalia for? But they're ripping off our country at a level that few people have been able to see before. That's about the only thing. You talk about competence. We have Ilhan Omar, who does nothing but complain about our country and our Constitution. And she comes from a country with practically no country. It's devastated, it's crime-ridden, it's a mess, it's a disgrace. And we took their people at a tremendous... We're not taking their people anymore. We're not taking their people. And we're getting a lot of their people out because they're nothing but trouble. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Go ahead.
Mr. Mango Mussolini has officially become the old white man and just starts saying racist shit unprovoked. Hey, Grandpa, how was your Thanksgiving? The Pickaninnies from Somalia, we shouldn't let them into the country. And that Ilhan Omar, I can't even enjoy this dry-ass turkey because that black monkey is here in Minneapolis. And why do we even give money to Somalia? Don't mind that picture, I'm in the hotel room, but how much money have we given to Somalia compared to Israel? A lot of y'all don't know this, but the United States helped destroy modern Somalia through a whole bunch of different military interventions. Don't tell nobody, though. Back for the people in the back. The 1993 Black Hawk Down, that famous shit, that came from Somalia. And that's a U.S. failed operation. Look it up. This man is the king of deflection. Instead of answering the questions that he's linked to about this Afghani person that came in and knocked down these old National Guards, he want to talk about Somalians and Ilhan Omar. Now imagine, them was one of your peoples and you in the National Guard and you're mourning them and you hope the president gonna say something meaningful about how much they contributed to the National Guard and to this old country's defense. And all he did was talk shit about Somalians and Ilhan Omar. I could be wrong, but I don't have confidence that Trump can even locate Somalia on the map. I think he just be talking, he just be yapping, he just be blabbering. This man can talk shit about the entirety of Somalia and Somalians, but you better not say something about Charlie Kirk.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. And once again, congratulations to Somalia. Like, black folks, if we have literally been complaining about this Trump regime, please, let's give Trump a round of applause. Black folks, you know why? Not because I really, really vibe with the orange man. Not because I really, really love the orange man, right? I didn't hate him. I did not. But I don't vibe with him, like, okay? Because he has literally not liked people that look like me. It's as simple as ABCD. He has literally not loved anything, even the people that are working with him. I know that he never loved them. That's just the honest truth, right? But for the fact that this man has literally sent a lot of messages, a wake-up call, putting peppers in their eyes and so on and so forth, he has literally made every single Asian, Hispanics, Mexican, Somalians, and so on and so forth in America, even Africans, to know that America is not just where you can come and do anything and just disappear, or where you can think that you have a whole fatherland. You know, when the black people were telling these people that, why not vote for this Kamala? Why not do this? A lot of them were like, no. Go and root out their videos and watch some of their clips on TikTok, where some of them literally said, instead of to vote, that they will decide, they will literally choose to flush or trash their vote away instead of to vote for someone that is black. And you know why this Somalia one is so sweet is because a lot of them has literally deceived themselves that they will never be recognized as blacks. They have told themselves that they will have nothing to do with blacks, that black is just a color. They want to eat where black people are eating. They want to dine. They want to wear what black people are wearing. They want to listen to black people's music. They want to do every single thing that a black person is doing. But when it comes to identifying themselves, they don't want to. That is where they will not start telling you that they are Arabs. They eat Arabs food. Check their skin. Somalians are pitchy brown. Pitchy brown. You can check from the video that I actually uploaded yesterday. That is just a tip of an iceberg in that particular video I uploaded yesterday. So it is not just happening. It has been long that Somalians have been doing that. Some of them probably think because they got married to a white man and that is all, they are finally okay as Somalians. They have finally won the trophy of being a white person. Knowing fully well that when this man wants to act, I can tell you for a whole fact that the orange man will not literally care, but to say that if you know you're married to a Somalian woman, you are on your own, we are deporting her or you are following her to our country. Now, let's come back to the context of why we are doing this video, where this orange man literally have to call Somalians garbage. Garbage. Like he said it without missing words. He said it without sugarcoating it. He said Somalians has nothing to offer. These people are literally garbage. Their country is garbage. Even when they asked about Omar, he said the same thing. He said the same thing. And you can listen to her response on the first clip of the video that I actually attached to you. You know, these people will not learn that whenever they see a black person, they will literally respect a black person. That's just the honest truth. Because I believe that if it is a black person that these people literally voted for, all of this nonsense, let's look at during the time of Barack Obama. But I keep saying it, the courage that this man literally have to keep speaking to people, I don't know where that audacity is coming from, but it is a wake-up call and it is sweet to know that people that rejected to be black, people that don't want to identify themselves with blacks, people that don't want to have anything to do with blacks are the ones it's happening to. And then I saw a particular video where someone actually said that it's not, since it's already happening to Somalia, that it will not take a long time. It is definitely going to happen to Black Americans. I was like, where? It can literally not happen to Black Americans. Heaven will fall. Like, heaven will fall. It cannot happen to Black Americans. Because why? Black Americans built America. Even the orange man know that Black Americans built America with their sweat, with every single thing. So even they know that they are residing or staying on a stolen land. So if you think that, oh, Hispanic, Haitians, Mexicans, now Somalians, it's definitely going to happen, sorry. Sorry. And this is actually what you voted for. So you're definitely getting what you voted for. You can imagine what they call you guys. Garbage. Garbage. And it is even more interesting to hear some folks keep saying that what the president said is nothing compared to what he has said to other people. So it is not a big deal. We don't feel bad about it. We are okay. It is that bad to see that Somalians want to really identify or rub their skin to white. I think the best option for them, although I know that a lot of them might have been bleaching already. So maybe the best option is for them to just continue to bleach and then become white. But the thing is, no matter how you think you're close to white, no matter how you think you have the proximity, you have the friends, you have the votes, you are not still white. And on every single occasion, they will come back to rub it to your face and tell you that, hey, you are Somalians. And what do we know Somalia as? Country that suffers a lot, countries that cannot survive on their own, countries that love running to one country to another for greener pasture, and so on and so forth. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Credit belongs to the original creator of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me a comment, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For that, bye guys, I love you guys.